Need a little handmade gift-giving inspiration? Never fear, I've got you covered. Hello, and welcome to Bla Bla Black Sheep, a weekly yarny podcast where I, Sarah Korth of SEK Handmade, answer your yarny questions. Welcome. I am so glad you are here. My youngest being enthused about picking out what I was going to wear lasted 2 weeks. 2 weeks. No enthusiasm left. So today I'm going to wear my Asbury shawl. I'm obsessed with this one in this color. It's just so much fun. And I think it's great. Sometimes when I wear a tank top, I like to be, covered up just a little bit more. So I'm just going to put it on real loose. And I'm going to put one edge side over the back and then wrap one over the front. And then I'm going to take my super cute shawl cuff. And I'm going to wrap this not only around the shawl, but I'm going to put it under my tank top and under my bra. And then I'm going to snap it in place and I'm going to move it to where I want it on my shoulder. And then it's just really going to stay put because it's got everything all wrapped up in there. And then I can kind of cover my one shoulder if I want to. I really like it. Yay. Links to the yarn, the pattern, the shawl cuff, all in the show notes below. I did go all in and pick a pair of my crocheted earrings too. These are one of my favorite summer projects. They also make a great gift because if you're willing to make these, even if you have crocheter friends, they're often not willing to dive into crochet thread. And so it can be a really fun gift to give to a crochet friend who wouldn't make them for themselves. So those are my Marin earrings. They're a lot of fun. They've got 3 variations in the pattern. The yarn for these is some of the Hobby Lobby yarn that I talked about last week. Again, not the biggest fan of supporting Hobby Lobby because I don't believe in their beliefs. But they do have stinking good crochet thread in lots of great colors. So blah. So there you go. All right, let's hop right into our question. I need some gift giving inspiration. What are some good patterns to work up for gifts? All right, you guys, I started down this little path and thought, oh, this will be fun. And then I Alice in Wonderland down the rabbit hole of adorable patterns. And I went wide and then I was like, no, Sarah, rein yourself back in. This could be, I have a little, oh, there we go. I think I got a little fuzz on my nose. Here's the deal. I'm going to give you my inspirations. I've focused myself for this episode. I have 10 patterns here in 5 categories. I have about 5 other categories, big categories. So if you enjoyed this and you would like for me to do some more, let me know in the comments below, and maybe once a month between now and November, because if you haven't decided by November, you're kind of in trouble. I could give a little roundup of patterns that I recommend for inspiration. So today we are doing all wearable patterns in 5 categories. So I think wearables are really fun gifts to give, especially if you live somewhere where it gets cold, because then every time that person bundles up to go out into the cold, they think of you, which is fun. So let's dive right in. My first pattern category is cowls. If you know me and my patterns, you know I have lots of cowls. So 2 cowls that I'm going to suggest for you for gift giving is the Whalen cowl. The Whalen cowl is done in a stitch that is absolutely gorgeous. It looks incredibly complicated, but it's really not. So that's a really fun thing to give as a gift because you're sure to impress people and they'll feel so special. But once you get going on it, you'll really be able to kind of zip through it and it won't add extra stress and brain space to an already challenging time. Also, the Wayland cowl is great for using up scraps. So if you're like me and you have a favorite yarn that you have lots of leftovers, it would be great to make each stripe in a different color. And that could be a really fun gift. And very budget friendly, I guess is what I'm saying there. So links to the pattern down below. My second suggestion for a fun and impressive looking cowl that is super, super chill to make is the Delilah cowl. It's got this fun Mobius twist. And once you get past the first like 2 or 3 rows, so once you have that twist really established, there's no attention needed. You just work the same stitch around and around, and it expands the cowl in both directions. The other great thing about this is you can use whatever yarn you have. So you can grab a skein, and if your skein has 200 yards in it, you're good to go. If your skein has 400 yards in it, you can do that too. So it's a great way to just really use up a whole thing of yarn, and then you aren't adding to your stash as you give gifts. Also, I was thinking something else. Oh, also, like, where did my brain go? Also, great for striping. So another opportunity that you can use up some scraps if you want to do stripes instead. All right. My second category, let me back up and say, obviously there are tons more cowls on Ravelry and in the world. And so I'm just trying to I told you I had like 500 patterns I wanted to share. I got to narrow it down a little bit. So that is that. My second category is ear warmers. I think this is a great, simple gift to give to people who don't necessarily wear hats. And so my first suggestion is the Mountain Peaks ear warmer by Sweet Potato 3. Christine is a friend of mine. We actually figured out a while back that one of my very first more complicated crochet patterns that I tried was one of hers. So they are well written, because even when I was a novice crocheter, I was successful at making this cute little aviator. Is that it? It's like an old pilot's helmet. It's so cute. So she writes great patterns. And so this ear warmer pattern looks so cozy and has a really, really great texture. And I believe, you'll have to go to the listing, but I believe it also has at least a cowl and some mitts. There might even be a hat if you prefer hats. I don't know. I think it's all listed in the listing. So you can check it out there. But a great fun textured pattern. My second suggestion is my Fiona headband. This is a repetition of 3 newish stitches, kind of a little more intermediate, but it works up super fast because once you get those stitches down, it's just a repetition. Also, it uses bulky weight yarn, which I feel like I tend to, especially now, shy away from a little bit because I don't love the drape of bulky weight yarn. I've definitely shifted more towards lighter weights, but this is still a headband I go to on the regular when it's chilly outside. It's super comfortable to wear. It's super cute. And because it's in a bulky weight yarn, it works up lickety split. All right. My next category includes 0 patterns from me because I have 0 of these patterns. As I was thinking of fun wearables to make, I thought, mittens. This is something I would really like to make for myself, but I have no experience in designing. So I would definitely do one of these patterns. They're both super cute. Okay, I'm going to try my best. Scoop my my tablet closer to me. I have found, we'll talk about that later. I have found some new designers by doing these searches. And so I can say I tried my best to kind of vet that these were patterns that had some projects with them. So it was obvious that they could be repeated. But I have not tried all these patterns myself. So this is a new designer to me, and it turns out I really like her patterns because I picked 2 of them for this. This whole roundup, not for this category specifically. They're the Hekla mittens and hat. Both come in this one pattern. So the pattern's a little more expensive, but you get the mittens and the matching hat, which is super cute. And it's by Tina Thorudri. I think she's like Norwegian. Or I don't know. I'm not going to pretend like I know that, but it's not Smith, and I'm probably butchering it, but links will be below, so you don't have to search her or the hat out. You can just go get it right away from Ravelry. I just thought, though, that this was the cutest texture. It looked super cozy. I tried, I'm not going to guarantee that I did this with all of them, but I tried to go worsted weight or heavier yarn because I feel like when you're making gifts, you really want them to work up quickly. And so I didn't want to give you much that had like fingering weight yarn, unless it was my pattern and I knew it was going to work up fast. So super cute mittens and hat, 2 for 1, cute little set that you could give. Love the black and gray myself. And then the second mittens that I looked up were the Plain Look Knit mittens by Adriana M. That's all she has, Adriana M. And I thought these were just so cute. I love how the thumb gusset, you can see like the direction of it. I did not purchase this pattern, though I'm not going to lie, I might go back and purchase it because the construction just looks so interesting. So I believe these are worsted weight. I think because I knit and crochet, it's fun to have crochet items that look like knitting. Not because knitting is better, but I just like a good fake out. So that's really cute. All right. Category number 4 is scarves. So the first scarf I'm going to recommend is the Avene scarf. Oh, I thought I had, you can see just the teeniest little bit of it here. It's a really fun textured scarf. It's got both open and more dense stitches, so it works up pretty fast, and it comes in a blanket scarf and a traditional scarf size, and so that's a great scarf to make up. Really pretty and elegant, and just I don't want to say simple because it's not simple, but the repetition makes it soothing to work up. And then here's where I got the other pattern from Tina, whose last name I can't pronounce. And it's the Corey scarf. And this is it caught my eye right away. So cute. Again, this could be a great way to use up some maybe larger size leftover bits that you have. I believe it's worked up in a worsted weight or an Aran weight yarn, which you could probably go either way, especially if you've got like a leaning heavier worsted weight yarn. The other thing I love about this is obviously my Avene scarf is a little more lacy, so not necessarily unisex. And I would like to acknowledge that not everybody only makes gifts for their female people in their life, but they also might want to make some for men, or you may have a person in your life who, doesn't lean one gender specific or the other. For many, many years, I was like, lace, bows, no. I distinctly remember, quick sidetrack. I distinctly remember standing in a dressing room, trying on bras as probably a middle schooler, because that's when I was probably the most difficult. And I had this bra, and my mom is like, it looks good, let's get it. And I'm like, And she's like, why? And I'm like, it has a bow. It had a bow in a little tiny bow right in the middle of the bra. Ain't nobody going to see that. And she tried to explain that to me. And I was like, no bows. What was I thinking? Oh, my poor mother. So, you know, there are people who don't like frilly and lacy stuff of any or no gender leaningness. So I think this would be a great scarf. It would look great in some neutrals, but you know, I love the bold colors on this too. All right. Last category are shawls. Let me tell you, I don't think ever in my life would I make a shawl for another person, but I know some of you do. So I wanted to give you a couple quick and easy shawls that that you could make up for gift giving. So my first shawl I'm going to recommend is my Dylan. Nope, that's not my Dylan shawl. Put a picture up. My Dylan shawl, this has become incredibly popular. I was a little surprised that my less lacy summer shawl blew up a little more than my more lacy summer shawl. It's fine. It's fine. But I do love the Dylan shawl. It is very soothing to work up. It works up with one skein of fingering weight yarn, which I don't know about you, but I got lots of those laying abouts. So it's cost effective. Even if you want to use a fancy yarn, it only takes one skein. And the shape of it, which is really long and skinny, it comes to a short peak. It's really wearable for people who live in warmer weather or cooler weather. I will be like wrapping all up in it this summer or this winter and fall and having it really cozy around my neck, but it can also be loosely draped. It's just fun. Lots of ways to wear. And then I found this cute shawl, and it is worked up in worsted weight yarn. And it is now I'm wondering if I spelled this wrong. If I did, I'll put the real name up here. The Sitchel shawl by Tanya Oswald. Super cute, a heavier weight yarn. So it'll work up faster than a fingering weight. So there you go. Okay. I want to go back to the thing I almost said before, but didn't. And that is that I tried very hard to pick people to me who were less known and maybe smaller designers. Now, I don't know. Tina could be super popular in her area of the world, but I had never heard of her before, and she looked like she made really nice patterns. So I very intentionally did not pick very large name designers because A, I think you maybe already know about them. B, they got plenty of people making their stuff. And C, I like to lift up the little peoples. And again, I would like to comment, I can't 100% guarantee the quality of the patterns of people that I don't know personally or haven't worked on their patterns. But I hope they're wonderful and amazing. If you try one of these patterns, I would love to know how it goes. Please tell me in the comments below. And again, I'd like to point out all of the patterns are listed in the comments below. You do not need to search any of them out. I got you. Did I say listed in the comments? They are not listed in the comments. They are listed in the show notes below, which you just tap the little more. You're going to get a whole big stuff. Scroll down and you can find all of them. And they will be listed in the order they appear. And I'll put like scarf, mitten, category. I'll have it all organized so it's not hard to find, hopefully. All right. A little bit of announcements / show and tell. I don't really have a lot of announcements. I am currently working with the yarn dyer Tanya of Cornbread and Honey on the kits for the mystery crochet along in October. And I am so excited. I need to actually contact her today and be like, hey, I'm ready to work on it. When can I have the yarn? So, be looking forward to that. Leave your October open. It's going to be a really fun design, and budget for, I'll let you know how much the kits are going to cost when we have a number. But, ooh, they're gorgeous. So save a little of your budget for that. Oh, I didn't do small businesses. Dang it, guys. Back up. Pretend like that didn't happen. I'm drinking from a custom casting on cup from one of my favorite clay-y people. That sounds weird. Ceramicists. Cheeky Ceramics. Rin is wonderful and amazing. If you want a yarn specific one, I'll leave the email of my local yarn shop. I don't think Rin really offers these set outside of the yarn shop, but she has, oh my gosh, you guys, so much cute stuff. I could spend all my money with her. And then my other small business is Snowy Thistle Knits. I will leave a link to their shawl cuffs. One of the things I love about these shawl cuffs is they're really big. And because I have small wrists, I can actually wear it as like a cuff, bracelet cuff too. Like, pow, I'm Wonder Woman. So, super fun. Okay, back to announcements. I am so excited to share something with you guys. So hold on just a minute. Are you ready for this? I got my sweater done. I have been working on this for so long. I started it last summer, and over my little break I took over the 4th of July week, I was like, you know what? I am just knocking some things out. And so this was one of the things I finished up. I'm so excited about it. It's so wonderful. It turned out even better than I thought it would. I was a little worried that this neckline was going to be like, but it's not. And I just think it's so fun. I will say, and this is very interesting. I was talking to a friend about this. This is comfy cotton Fetty. It's something Lion Brand used to make that they don't make anymore. And I got it because I really like the colors, not because I love cotton yarn. And this is heavy. I actually wore my Ventanitas top in Chicago when it was 100 degrees out, and I was cooler in the wool than I am in the cotton. But, you know, I think that's a little bit of personal preference. So, yay! Now, here's the thing. I need your help. So, I got some yarn from Hobie. They reached out and were looking for some people to review their yarn and do a little publicity for them. And I said, well, that looks like fun. And so I got a bunch of this yarn. It's a cotton linen yarn. And I started swatching with it. You guys, I like it much more than I thought I would. But now that I have 2 tops, I'm really kind of enjoying the tops. I originally purchased it, but I didn't purchase. They gifted it to me. I originally got enough yarn because what I was going to make was a long, lightweight cardigan. I was just going to, again, self-draft a pattern, which I should say, this is not a pattern. I just did what I thought was fun, and I like how it turned out. I have no intention to publish this pattern, so sorry. So my intention was to do the same thing with that yarn and make like a little cardigan that was, again, just kind of boxy and open stitches and like maybe kind of like mid hip length, something easy to just throw over. But now that I have 2 tops, I'm really enjoying the tops. And so I thought maybe I want to go in a different direction. So I need your help. I need you to vote. So the first top that I have thought would be fun to make in this yarn would be the Lily top by Showroom Crochet. She has really uniquely constructed patterns that look so much like finished. Finished is not the word I'm looking for, like off the rack patterns. And so I've been eyeing this top. It's been in my favorites for a while. And I think it would be very comfy in that linen and cotton blend. The other thing the other top that I've kind of looked at, and this one is like definitely different. Like the lily top is very traditional. This one is the Queen of the Night top, and I just think it's fun. It's open, it's lacy. There seem to be a lot of options looking at the photos she has posted from herself and her testers. Lots of options for length and width and fluttery sleeve and not fluttery sleeve. But I grabbed this one of a tester who I think is has made it in the fashion I would most like. It's cropped. It would be super cute over dresses, which I'm collecting dresses like it's going out of style. Because I'm finding them to be very comfy in the summertime. And I just think it would be fun and lacy and fun. Did I mention fun? And this is by Isabella Mueller. So again, I'll link these down below so that you can take a look at pictures and see if you want to maybe purchase one of these patterns and make it along with me. But I need your help. Should I self-draft a cardigan pattern? Should I make the more traditional lily top from Showroom Crochet, or should I go lacy and fun with the Queen of the Night top by Isabella Mueller? Vote, and maybe I could have one of these done by the end of the summer, especially if I'm not self-drafting a giant cardigan. But if not, it could still be fun. It could still be fun. So there you go. I hope that I helped you. I appreciate you helping me. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you next week, and happy crafting.